Y'all. Y'all already know the name. Pays and Plays podcast here. Going to be giving y'all week 8 upset alerts. I know I haven't done it in like a week or two. Last week was perfect as far as some of the underdogs that I probably picked out to win. A few of them, man, a nice chunk, because a lot of these games I just don't see how they're a favorite. But some games spreads are just way too high for me to be like, yeah, I'll take that. But let's go ahead and let's talk about it. First one, Jets against the Patriots. Patriots being +7. Yeah, I mean, this prima donna team in the Jets, man. I've already mentioned the last video. I could check that out too, about just how this team, this New York is. Both New York teams are just shit shows. I think Giants is more or less of a shit show because we know they don't have that much overall talent than the Jets team do, right? And listen, this is a division rival game, right? So it's not like it's going to be an easy game. Yes, they covered, what was it, 7.5 last time against the Patriots, but that wasn't that much easy. Yeah, it was a blowout, but it wasn't like they easily walked away with that. Trust me, watch the game completely before you be like, oh, the number. But I don't get it, bro. This offensive line is weak. I mean, I don't. Tyron Smith, what is he doing? He's getting bullied. He wasn't even getting bullied by J.J. Watt. He was getting bullied by, well, T.J. Watt, correction. He wasn't getting bullied by, no, he's getting bullied by a whole nother guy, bro. We never heard of, bro. And this is supposed to be an all-pro type tackle. This offensive line is shaky. Garrett Wilson sometimes can't hang on to the ball. I mean, bro, I don't really know, bro. This defense got ran on. Pittsburgh hasn't been able to run the ball all year, and they choose to run the ball this year. I mean, that game. So imagine if Drake May and Stevens do that little run play option, whatever. They can at least get 3, 4 yards on this defense. Right now, I think the Jets will win this game, but +7, you're talking about the win over 8 points. I'm not so sure about that. I will recommend teasing. So I will talk about some of the favorites that are higher. I do think this is a good teaser, 6.7 point teaser. Next one, we're going to be talking about Eagles. Yeah, Eagles at Bengals. Eagles +2.5. I think they went outright. This Bengals team, yes, they beat the Browns, but I mean, we saw what Deshaun Watson got carted out the field, right? You know, and it wasn't that easy of a game either. It wasn't like they walked away with, I think it was 7-3 at the half. So this is what I'm saying. It wasn't like it was an easy game. And you look at this Bengals team, this defense cannot stop the run. And Philly will feed off the run, bro. We see what Saquon can do still. Still. He's not washed. So let's get that out of your minds now, right? And then you talk about the weapons with AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, and we know Hurts can use his legs. So, like I said, I expect a lot of run first mentality on this game because the Bengals can't stop nobody, right? And I think that also limits the possessions of Joe Burrow being on that field. So, like I said, if I'm Philly, we're going to run first, and then we're going to hit with a play action. We know AJ Brown's going to be open if you throw it to him. So I just expect this game, and I expect the Eagles defense to step up like they did against the Giants. Other than Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they're one-dimensional. Let's be real. We know, listen, I like Chase Brown. He was with Illinois, University of Illinois, but this is the big leagues now. You're telling me he's your number one running back? Yeah, I mean, Zach Moss is okay too, but I mean, I expect Philly to show up and dominate this game. They need to because it's not like Washington's right there behind them, right? Next game, Ravens at Browns. Yeah, 10.5 is just a lot. I would recommend teasing it down. If it goes to 10 or 9, tease that down. 6.7 point tease. I say 7 point tease in a situation like this. Tease it down. We know the problem with the Ravens, though, is they can be up big and they'll let you slowly come back. That Monday Night Football game with the Buccaneers proved that, and they were down 10-0 at the first half and then first quarter, and then all of a sudden they came back and Tampa dropped a whopping 21 points, almost 28 points on you in one quarter. That's a big red flag, but that's what the Ravens seem to slack and do. Division rival game, and we know there's no Deshaun Watson no more. It's looking like Jameis Winston. Still, bro, it's a division game, and 10.5 is just a lot to me. Next game, Texans, not Texans, correction, Titans, Lions. Lions being -10.5. Another game like this, man. I opened up 9.5. I saw too many points. Too many points. This Titans team actually with Mason Rudolph didn't look so bad to begin the game against the Bills. You just wonder, can he keep it consistent against the Lions? And let's be real about the Lions. Yes, they played a hell of a game against the Vikings. But the fact that they let the Vikings score two touchdowns within a minute is also more concerning to me. I mean, the lack of pass rush, that game showed it. I mean, they need to make a move immediately. I don't know if they can make a move at this point, but they need to make some calls to get somebody from free agency off the couch, something, because I didn't see no pass rush. Now, Eric Pascal had a sack, and this is a guy that needs to step up. This was a second round pick a couple years ago from Kentucky, when Kentucky had one of the best defenses in the SEC, you could argue. He needs to step up. You're a second round pick. That means you should be, I mean, you're pretty much like a first round talent when you're a second round pick, usually. He needs to step up again. He needs to have a good game. And listen, don't sleep on this Titans offensive line. This offensive line is very good. They can block. They got the Callahans there. Bill Callahan, the son, I mean the dad, obviously. If you remember, Raiders coach back in the day, always had great offensive lines. So he's going to understand how to use this line against the team without the biggest pass rusher in the league, I argue right now. And this Titans defense is good too. They got corners that can check you. They got a D line that can get you. They got linebackers that come blitzing in. So it's not like it's going to be a cakewalk for this Lions game. 10.5 is a lot. Like I said, tease that down. Look, 3.5. If you can get it at 10, tease it down and make it at 3, I think that'd be a lot more better. Next one, of course, I got to talk about Seahawks +3 at home against the Bills. 12 man. We know about the Bills. They had to get a Amari Cooper, which, he looked good his first game, but I expect a lot of Weatherspoon on him, a lot of physical things with that one. The defensive D-line, Murphy, Williams back, played a big role. We know that the Bills are going to be a run-first team, probably first to get things flowing. You just got to punch them in the mouth, bro. And the same thing on the offensive side for the Seahawks. They don't have nobody as far as the D-line pass rusher. So Geno should have some time to throw that ball, man. And this secondary has played a lot better for the Bills. Yes, some people criticize Damar Hamlin. He's actually playing okay. I don't think he's great, but he's been playing better in the situation that he's in. And I just think the Seahawks need to capitalize on that. I'm just hoping DK is playing. But you still got two other good serviceable receivers. You got two good running backs, and you got a solid offensive line. And let's get into it. Washington +2.5. Now, I'm going to say something, and I'm not into this field, but this is something that is kind of a conspiracy theory. So this is the last game of October. Washington, when it comes to election time, right? When they win games at home, this is a home game against the Bears. Whoever's in office as far as the party usually stays. They've been right 17 out of 19 times when they win. The only times it didn't happen, you guys wonder, 2008, of course, Barack Obama, and 2016 with Donald Trump. So that is the two times that this has never happened when they won. So I'm not going political and saying why. I like Washington because I just like them as a better team. They got a better coach. They got an experienced head coach who's been in this league, who took a team to the Super Bowl. So I don't see why Caleb. I mean, and it's crazy, like I said about the Bears. They play a lackluster schedule. I really want to see them when they play the NFC North. That would pretty much determine how good this team will probably be. But with Washington, with knowing that Jaden Daniels has been all high ceilings, even when they lose, he's been all high ceilings. I just see this being a very good game. I see it being back and forth game. I think the game might go over, but I mean, I just think Washington home field advantage. This team is on a rise. This team has been hot. I don't see why they lose this game. And you give me underdog value. So go ahead and give me Washington Redskins. Yeah, I say the Redskins. And lastly, let's talk about it. Kansas City Chiefs being -9.5 against the Raiders. I tell you guys, I don't think they lose this game, but Chiefs don't cover these huge 9.5, 10.5 type spreads. If they do, it's really a once in a blue moon type thing when it comes to Patrick Mahomes. He did just win as an underdog, so we already know how that goes. That was a big game against the 49ers. You wonder now back on the road again, will they kind of do the same consistently thing? I don't know, but this Raiders team isn't good either though. So you guys check the content out, like, subscribe, pass the word around, man. Week 8 upsets the bet. Let's get this money.